Yeah, hi there. These comments, I'm going to just use your initials of YS, and I am Michael Buckhoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL iBT. And you just sent me an email today, and let's take a look at your specific situation. You say, I am contacting you regarding the TOEFL iBT. I'm going to put a period in here for you. Then put, I am an international graduate pharmacist from Egypt, and I need to pass the TOEFL iBT with a certain score. Probably don't have to say and, just say all in one sitting. And that score is, so you need to get 22 on the reading, 21 in the listening, 24 in the writing, and 26 on the speaking. I'm very familiar with your specific situation. I do teach a lot of pharmacists. I help them from all over the world. And you know exactly what to do here. You're giving me all the information, the important information, so I can help you. You see, I did the test now twice on September. I would say here, because you don't give the specific day, you could just put in September 2012 and May 2014. So your score, you say my score was as follows. Your first attempt, you got 17 on the reading, you got 16 on the listening, you got 24 on the speaking, and 21 on the writing. And in your second attempt, you got 24 on the reading. My goodness, what did you do between that? You did very much better there. So you had 21 on the listening. Again, remarkable improvements. Now your speaking is about the same, and your writing is about the same, right? So really, you see, I think I need, you might say, a guide from expert people like you about how to reach a score I need. You say, by the way, I'm not a young guy. I'm in the age range of 55 plus. Thank you for your time. All right. Now, a lot of people say, well, who cares how old you are? But it does have some possible effects on your learning, because when you're 55 years old, chances are you're probably quite busy. You got a lot of things going on in your life. You're probably at a full-time job. You probably have a family. You got a lot of stuff going on. So it's going to be hard for you to continue to make improvements because you have so many competing factors going on in your life. Now, in addition, some say that as you get older, there are some theories out there, and I'm not saying they're 100% true, but some say as you get older, it might make it more difficult to learn a language. However, you've already proved here from your first to your second attempt that you can make big improvements with your academic English language proficiency. So I think you're in pretty good shape. The only concern I have is that your speaking and writing have stayed exactly the same over that time period between your first and second attempt. So that tells me that you probably have some habits. There's some habits that you're doing with your pronunciation, and you're having difficulty breaking those bad habits, and it's making it difficult maybe for IBT human raters to understand what you're saying, so they might be giving you a little bit lower score because of some problems with intonation. You might have some problems with word stress, maybe even some problems with phrasing and blending. So you're having trouble improving in that area. Now, because your writing is almost the same, that tells me you probably have some language use issues. That means you're having some problems with grammar, probably with vocabulary and grammar together, that are difficult for you to overcome. And that's part of what I have to do with you, is as you start completing speaking and writing practice tests at my website, I have to determine exactly what your problem areas are. Alright, so I'm not going to recommend a specific study guide for you because, I mean, let's face it here, you really only need to improve overall in your TOEFL score maybe 4 or 5 points. You need to pick up at least 2 points in the speaking. You need to get at least 2 or 3 more points on the writing, and that's exactly what you need. So when you join my course, YS, I'm going to recommend that you focus in the pronunciation, in the grammar, in the speaking and the writing areas of my course. That's probably the most appropriate areas for you right now. Now, if I think you need more practice in other areas of my course, I will make those recommendations, but the most important thing for you now is to start posting speaking and writing practice tests so we can see where you are. Now, I do have an additional service with writing. If you want me to error correct some of your essays, you might pick maybe one of your independent writing practice tests. You can say, hey, Michael, I want to pay you to error correct that. I'll be happy to do that for an additional cost. Also, if you want me to error correct one of your integrated writing practice tests, I can do that as well. Now, if you have me do that at least 2 times, that'll give you an idea of what types of problems you're having when you're writing, and I could even tell you which grammar areas of my course you need to focus on the most in order to improve some of those weak points. Now, with the speaking, I will correct, evaluate, and comment on all of your speaking. It's no additional cost to your subscription fee. The key here is to start posting on a daily basis. Because it may take me 5 or 6 speaking practice tests to really begin to figure out what your problems are. Because let's face it, your score's 24 right now, YS. That's not bad. So we have to figure out exactly what's holding you back from getting that 26. So it may take 5 or 6 speaking practice tests, but eventually I will be able to figure out what is causing your lower score. So I think, YS, a combination of you posting your speaking and writing practice tests and getting feedback from me, I think eventually we will be able to figure out what's going on and how you can get better. All right, so hang in there. So that's kind of what I recommend. So I recommend maybe that you spend about 1 to 2 hours every day going through the lessons, specifically vocabulary, pronunciation, speaking, and writing areas. That's where you want to focus the most in my online TOEFL course. Does that make sense? So anyway, nice to meet you, and thank you for your comments, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.